जय हिंद।
भारत माता की
जय हिंद।
स्टूडेंट्स पावर,
नेशंस पावर,
स्टूडेंट्स पावर,
नेशंस पावर।
भारत माता की
जय हिंद।
भारत माता की
जय हिंद।
स्टूडेंट्स पावर,
नेशंस पावर।
मातरम मातरम,
वंदे मातरम।
मातरम मातरम।
वंदे मातरम।
Officer, she is our election officer. She is an assistant professor from Nangtalang College and ABVP district in charge from East Khasi Hills. Now I would like to hand over the session to our election in charge, Dr. Soloni Bani ma'am.
Kabasok kabakumenia baro. Good morning, namaste to everyone. I express my sincere gratitude to our outgoing president and outgoing secretary, and also to all the students and the program in charge of different units. Thank you very much. So according to the standard practice of ABVP, we have our own process of election. That is where unanimously the president and secretary are elected. So here we have 4 names nominated for the post of President ABVP Meghalaya. But accordingly, only 1 name is nominated since 3 of them have withdrawn their nomination. So not to take time, I am to declare the one and only person elected and nominated to the post of President Meghalaya is Ma'am Lekhi Sangma, who was the ex-president and now she is going to be re-elected as the president of ABVP Meghalaya for the new session. Ma'am, please come on the dais. Congratulations, and I think we should clap our hands and of welcoming our new elected president. Thank you, ma'am. As for the post of secretary, the outgoing secretary is Ms. Darilita, where 3 names have been nominated, and unanimously 1 name is elected, and that is Nibyam Sumer is elected as the new secretary in Meghalaya. So please welcome her by clapping our hands. Our new secretary, Nibyam Sumer. Thank you, Nibyam Sumer. And we do hope that this time, again under the leadership of our president, we welcome them. We welcome both of them, and under her progress will be will increase from today itself, where ABVP Meghalaya will show to the world that we are no less than others. Thank you.
For conducting the election process very successfully and very smoothly, and though with very burdened heart, with heavy heart, I accept the presidency with humility, and thank the organizers. As you know, I'm just like a guest here. Without your hard work, without your cooperation, I'm nothing. I feel empty as I can lend my hands to the working system of the organization.
First of all, I would like to thank each and every one of the organization for believing in me and showing me this important responsibility as a State Secretary ABVP of Meghalaya. And I take this opportunity as my privilege to be a part of this largest world student organization. I'm looking forward to work together and strengthen this organization to every college campuses, town, city of our beautiful state of Meghalaya. And before, I had attended National Conference of ABVP in the year of 2016 at Indore. With more than 10,000 students of each and every state of India were presented in that conference. I was inspired to see the culture and tradition of India at one place. Also, I attended SEAL Tour in the year of 2019. Through SEAL Tour, I got my host family in another state of Meghalaya. Like I feel like it's my own home only. So I could learn the culture and first-hand experience of unity in diversity.
I introduce the guest of honor, Srimati Heisa Karulato, MFS. You are working as DFO Wildlife Divisions of Jaintia Hill District. I request the Receptions Committee Secretary Malad Wandkar to facilitate ma'am with a bouquet and traditional shawl. I introduce State President Srimati Lekhi A. Samma. You belong to Nidanpur village, Tikrikila. You came in contact with ABVP in 1997 through Siltur. You have completed your MA in English and BEd. By professions, you are a teacher of Tikrikila Higher Secondary School. You live in Tikrikila. I introduce Receptions Committee President Matumi Suchiang. You are from Third Muthong village. Your qualifications become and you are also Siltur participants of 2013. Currently, you are entrepreneur. Student power!
Nation's power!
Bharat Mata ki!
Jai!
Bharat Mata ki!
Jai!
Vande!
Mataram!
Vande!
Mataram!
Đây Long Thái Điang Burong Yo Chief Guest of Inagami Aganiga Food State Conference Pamane who Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Nehru Professor Henry Lamin Kediang Burong Guest of Honor Divisional Forest Officer Jaintia Hills Division Kekong Heisakaru Latu.
Respected our today's chief guest of today's program, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Nehru, Professor Henry Lamin. Our guest of honor, Divisional Forest Officer, Jaintia Hills Division, Srimati Heisakaru Latu, MFS. Speaker, CWC member and former National Media Convener ABVP, Sri Saket Bahuguna. State Secretary Nivyang Sumer, State President of Reception Committee Sri Tommy Suchiang, Secretary of Reception Committee Sri Latwan Dakar, Jowai Town President, Jowai Town Joint Secretary, guests present here, and all my youth friends from all over Meghalaya, that is Garo Hills, Khasi Hills and Jaintia Hills. So today here, we assemble here for the 4th State Conference of ABVP. This conference we organize every year. Once in our state, and since this is the 4th conference, state conference we are holding here. Our first state conference also we held in Shillong. Second and third conferences it was held in the national conferences It was in Indo and Gujarat, and this is the 4th conference we are holding in the state itself. So this state conference we hold every year, once in every year. Our state conference used to be big. It used to be a big gathering of so many people.
Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Nehru, Pro Henry Lenin, Guest of Honor, Divisional Forest Officer Jaintia Hill Division, SFT Heisa Guru Lato, and State President Ma'am Lekhi A. Sangma, and Speaker CWC, Member and former National Media Convener ABVP Shri Saket Bahuguna, and President of Reception Committee Shri Tommy Suchiang, Secretary of Reception Committee Shri Lalwan Bharat. So I take this opportunity to inform you that ABVP Meghalaya have rendered voluntary service to have more than 300 stranded students in Shillong who belong to various northeast that state and from mainland India also.
The State President, Madam Sangma, Speaker CWC Member and former National Media Convener Shri Saket Bahugana, the State Secretary Nibyang Sumer, Secretary of Reception Committee Shri Latwan Dakhar, Town Committee, the Joint Town Joint Secretary, and my dear young friends and guests, dignitaries.
All the students, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak two parts, sometimes in Pune, sometimes in Kharsi, and sometimes in English. But in Hindi, I have to learn. I am also a student again. I have to learn Hindi. At the outset, it is really a great day for me to come once again here because I have informed my friend Professor Valia that I used to play a sport here. Long distance run with a small playground, shot put, discus throw, and all other activities in this same field. Then I grew up and I was in this hall, which is incomplete. And then I conduct so many programs, but not that I have to be as a chief guest for today. I thank His Almighty for taking me at this moment to speak something to you, what I have achieved, what I have done, what I intend to do. Anyway, before I start at the outset, I am grateful to the organizer. Comrade Rilin has made a very good letter. I don't want to read it. And all the head team, Anup and others. I am happy to see here in the list, there are quite a number of prominent people. We have here the President of the State, the Secretary of the State, and the guest of honor, Komlato, who have spoken as a mother advising the children. I don't know how many of you remember the points she has given. I'm sure many of us have forgotten them. She has really enlightened to many of our youths. Okay, take note of that. And then more important, we have some person who has given a chance to speak as a special guest. If they have allotted a time, 30 minutes, means he will round out most of the activities and the work and the plan which we intend to do for this organization. God Almighty has given us this chance to meet here. And then in the name of Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, which means what? All India Student Council. All India Student Council. That is a term which is commonly used in English. But they have put it in a very systematic way that it should be Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad. When when I got this responsibility to come here, besides my activities, besides all the other activities that I have to carry, I said, well, this is Saturday, I'll spare my time, I must go and meet the young man to refresh myself. You see, first of all, you student, you must know what is this ABVP. I think you all know it, when it has started, and more important, why it has started. This is a very important question. Why ABVP started in the early of 1949. Sedang digabung organisation harusnya kat kende so pakunde. Your independency how kat kende so punya.
बोला बोला भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम. Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Nehu, Professor Henry Lamont-G, who's our chief guest of today and who just delivered a wonderful speech inspiring all of us. Our guest of honor of today, Divisional Forest Officer of Jaintia Hills Division, Srimati Haisa Karulato, who also inspired us with her words. Our state president, Srimati Lekhi Sangmaji, our newly elected state secretary, Ms. Nabia Sumerji, our president of the reception committee, Shri Tommy Suchian, secretary of the reception committee, Shri Ladwan Dakar, our Jowai town president and Jowai town joint secretary, and all these students and youth present here. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for inviting me here. It's a privilege to be with you. It's glad to see such young faces here who are eager to serve the society, to come forward. I hope that you have had enough information about ABVP in the last 2 days. You've been listening to a lot of speakers, and I hope that you have had the opportunity to get all the information that you need. You've been listening to a lot of sessions about Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad. And to begin with, the basics that you heard, so for example, Professor Henry also just noted that Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, you must have heard the name Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad so often, but you must not have thought what is the meaning of these words, Akhil and Bharatiya. So, Akhil is all, Bharatiya is Bharat, Indian. So it's an all-India organization. So the name itself denotes an organization. Any organization you go, when it's named, there's a purpose behind it. So the primary purpose of this organization is to instill nationalism, patriotism in the minds of young people. And so the very name is Akhila Bharatiya. It is all India. You know, sometimes we might be wondering, oh, what this Akhil is. So it is just all. And then it is Vidyarthi Parishad. So Vidyarthi means student and Parishad means organization. So it's an organization of these students, run by these students. But you might be wondering, if it's only a student organization, what are these teachers doing here? So many of the teachers, right? And so many other people who are not really either students or teachers, but perhaps people who are interested in education. So there are also educationists around. So Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad believes in the concept of an educational family. You know, when we need to think about the education sector, when we need to frame policies on education, it's not just the students, but it's the entire educational family, students, teachers, and educationists who come together, who ponder over educational issues, and then move forward together. And this is not just for education policies, but also in the other activities that we regularly do. So for example, you know that Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad does a lot of protests and agitations, right? We fight for our rights, we fight for the rights of student community, and there it's usually just the students. But then even there, we need guidance from our teachers. We should not lose our cool. We should be focused on the solution to the problem. And so there also, there's an important role that teachers have in this organization.
Step kawa siasuk siapmen jora. It's an honor and privilege to be here to deliver a word of thanks on this occasion for state conference today here. I thanks our honorable chief guest, Professor Henry Lamin, Pro Vice Chancellor Nibu. Thank you so much, sir, for your precious time to be here with us. And what you have spoken, which inspired us. Students should utilize their student life carefully and prepare themselves for the nation. This is our nation and what is our duty as a student for it. Thank you so much, sir. And I extend my thanks to Professor Karulata for sparing her precious time to be with us here and inspiring speech which she stressed on discipline, which everyone knows that it's very important in our life. Without discipline, we will be nowhere. Our elders, they used to say, like, if money is lost, something is lost, a little is lost. But if discipline is lost, everything is lost. Everything is in the drain. So it is very important to maintain our discipline, not only during our student life, but throughout our whole life. To build ourselves, discipline is very important and necessary.
Stands power!
Nation's power!
Stands power!
Nation's power!
Bharat Mata Ki!
Jai!
Bharat Mata Ki!
Jai!
Long live
ABVP, long live!
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 One day
Mataram!
One day
Mataram!
One day
Mataram!
Bharat Mata Ki!
Jai Hind!
Students power!
Nation's power!